Welcome back to Pokémon Colosseum. In the last part, we defeated the Deep King in the Deep Colosseum and snagged his Shadow Shuckle, and since then, I have been busy. Thank you to those who let me know what I needed to do to proceed, and that was in fact to snag the remaining Shadow Pokémon available, so I returned to the Snagem Hideout to do such. Through the magical power of editing, I'll show that footage right now. Okay, so I believe somewhere around here, yeah, here we go, is an item that I missed when we came to battle Gonzap previously. I just didn't look in this corner of the room, but thank you to the commenter who let me know that I missed it. I've got it now, and I will take these 3 rare candies. Yo, if it isn't Ekla, you got guts showing up here after betraying Team Snagem. This is where it ends. I know you're here to wreck the snag machine like before. Oh, you fixed that thing? Huh. Team Snagem Biden. Isn't that the name of an American politician? Well, you have Smeargle. And for some reason your Smeargle have red tails, not green, like normal? I guess that's just another color palette difference, like the Ursaring. Huh, this one's level 45. Yeah, there we go, it's a Shadow Smeargle. Excellent. We've been getting some pretty good luck with our snags recently, so hopefully that will keep up. Maybe not. 1, 2, 3. Nice! We snagged the Shadow Smeargle. And we defeated Joe Biden. Ah, couldn't win. Kaboom! I was gonna knock you out and then paint your loser face with my Smeargle, but I ended up on the receiving end of the paint. Oh, were you gonna battle me too? So it's Ekla. I'm guessing that you were drawn here by rumors of the snag machine. Did you really think we could fix the snag machine? Are you that gullible? It was all an elaborate trap by Master Gonzap to sucker you into coming. Well, I guess you got me, Team Snagem Agrev. This guy's got glasses. So there are 2 different models for the Team Snagem members. I like that. That's a nice little detail. Aha! Well, here's our Shadow Ursaring, I guess. Yep. Shadow Ursaring indeed. Let's try using a timer ball on this thing. I doubt it's at its full effectiveness, but it's worth a shot. I think it's 30 turns, if I'm remembering correctly, which is a really long time. Useful in legendary battles, but not much else, I suppose. Hey, we snagged it. Nice. That dealt with him. Master Gonzap. Forgive the pun, but he is gone. You know how to work that snag machine, all right? I don't like admitting it, but you've beaten me thoroughly. Thanks for the Ursaring. Huh, who'd have thought it? I get to battle you again. Just the man I've been looking for, Cypher Peon Arton. You have something that belongs to me? Well, okay, it doesn't belong to me yet, but it will belong to me soon. This is the guy with the final Shadow Pokémon on the list, the Shadow Delibird. Oh, and there is a whole heaping pile o' swine. Ugh, attract. Why do you have to be annoying? I do love that animation, though, of it pulling the hearts out of its sack. That is pretty fantastic. Oh, man. Why are you like this? I feel like ever since its inception, Delibird has been notoriously annoying. It's one of those fleeing Pokemon in Gen 2, I think. It just runs away as soon as you encounter it. Oh, come on. Oh, it's just gonna keep on using Fly. Come on, Delibird. 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 Come on. Yes. Finally, we snagged Delibird. My goodness. I shouldn't have battled after all. Well, as much as I'm inclined to agree, I'm glad you did, because that was the final Pokemon we needed to snag outside of the Realgam Colosseum. And now you're all caught up, so let's do it. Let's go back into the Realgam Colosseum to snag those last 2 Shadow Pokemon. And here is Scythopeon. I skipped through the first 2 battles of this Colosseum since I believe they're exactly the same as before and there were no Shadow Pokemon for us to snag. But here we are, in battle number 3, and we have a Houndoom to snag. There it is, Shadow Houndoom. I remember this one gave us a bit of trouble last time around. I think I ended up knocking it out just so that it wouldn't sweep me, because this Colosseum was quite challenging the first time around. Let's drop a Brick Break on Torkoal, I think. See if we can get rid of that straight away. We'll paralyze Houndoom. It's using Howl. Okay, that's not really a problem. And the sooner we can snag this thing, the better, because this Colosseum is still a bit of an endurance test. You can see my Pokemon are a little low on health, because you don't get healed between the first 4 battles, I believe. And then we have to fight Nascor and then Evis at the end. It's a really long gauntlet, and I really like it, to be fair. Sludge Bomb, that's a little weird, and it did absolutely no damage, so that's not a problem. That Torkoal took Brick Break quite well, but I think what we'll do is swap out Volta. Now he's got the paralysis down. That's all he really needed to do. And we'll bring in Artie, because he can take some hits. Sending in Loki would be a really bad idea, that was my original idea, but that's a Houndoom and it's a Dark type. Artie seems like a safer bet. This Brick Break should get rid of Torkoal, no problem. I gotta say, though I'm not a massive fan of the new cries that they introduced in Generation 6, and the subsequent reworks of old cries. One that I do prefer is Torkoal's new cry. Ah, you have a Magcargo. That'll go down easily. To a Brick Break from Battleback. Oh, Flame Body. That's a little bit of a pain. Still, we'll see what this Feint Attack does to Houndoom. Yeah, I didn't expect that to do a lot of damage. It keeps on howling. That's really not very effective for you. You're a special attacker, and both your types are special as well. Maybe we could use this burn to our advantage, actually. If we use Return, then the lowered attack power should mean that we don't do so much... Wait a second, wait. I just autopilot full restored Battleback there, and then started talking about how I could use my lowered attack from the burn to do less damage. Well, fortunately, we didn't knock Houndoom out, at least. Jeez, that was not my smartest move. Well, it's low health and it's paralyzed, so let's try and snag it now. I restocked on Ultra Balls and such after heading over to the Snagem hideout. Oh, nice, we got it. Well, that was pretty easy. It's no good. I might be fired. Fired. I get it. Because she uses fire types. Alright, it's time for round 2 against Cypher Head Evis. We are after his Shadow Tyranitar, but we're going to have to get through the rest of his Pokemon first by the looks of things. The rest of the Colosseum challenge was relatively straightforward, since I believe the trainer's Pokemon didn't change in levels. The Nascor fight was also pretty straightforward, but yeah, his Pokemon are still really strong, level 61, Slowking and Machamp. This is not a great situation for Battleback to be in, but at least he did get Intimidate off onto Machamp, so that's nice. We'll bring in Apollo, and we'll Thunderbolt this Slowking. Nice crit, Volta. That's what I like to see. Well, that's a really strong start to the battle. And we should be able to get rid of Machamp without too much trouble, but oof, they're slacking. Well, fortunately, ooh, Earthquake. I think Volta should be alright from full health. Yeah, okay. Fortunately, we don't have to see that Slowking Slacking combo where they skill swap the Truant off of the Slacking. That would be terrifying. I think now would be a good time to bring Battleback back in. We don't want to give up Volta so easily, since we're going to need him to paralyze the Tyranitar later. He's using X attacks. Okay. Well, that's scary, no doubt. But I think we should be able to get rid of Machamp with Psychic. The Intimidate will lower their attacks back down, and the Machamp was already lowered by 1 stage from the first Intimidate, so that's fine. Have you got this? Yeah, of course you've got this, Apollo. That's what I love to see. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, now Slacking is a threat. And Salamence, ooh. That is also scary, and also something that Battleback can't really do a whole lot about. Well, it can fortunately get rid of Slacking. Apollo, we're just gonna have to make sure, after that Intimidate, that we can knock it out with Brick Break. Better safe than sorry. Oh, Slacking is loafing around, that's really good. Aerial Ace is not so good, but Battleback can hang in there, that's good. And Brick Break will finish it off. Nice. So he actually used his good turn on Slacking to buff its attack with X attack. Wouldn't it make more sense to do it on the Truant turn? Well, he misplayed the Slacking, so he loses that. That's fine by me. Scizor. Ah, this thing caused us a big problem last time, because it has Silver Wind and 3 of our Pokemon are weak to Bug. Again, Battleback not very useful here. So let's swap him out and bring in Loki. And we'll set up Reflect with Apollo, because that's going to be really valuable against Salamence, Scizor, Tyranitar when that comes out. Another Aerial Ace, that's fine, Loki can take that. There's Silver Wind, uh-oh. Well, we have Reflect up at least. Whew. That still does a lot of damage. Right then. Now Loki... I'm not really sure why I brought you in. We didn't really have many other options because of the weakness to Bug that our team has. But at least we can do things like Confuse or just use his turn to heal up other people, which is what we will do this turn. Apollo, I know this is resisted, but honestly I think it's our best bet. I don't want to bring Volta out because we need to save his health for Tyranitar. That Psychic did a decent amount of damage. Dragon Claw. Well, Loki still hung in there. That was a special-based attack as well, so Loki just took that hit like a champ. And that actually puts Loki in really good Pain Split territory. That Swords Dance is terrifying, though. We really need to get rid of this Scizor. The issue that we're going to have here is Apollo is faster than Loki, so I can't Pain Split the Scizor. I could Pain Split the Salamence, but I could also just switch out and find someone a little bit more effective. Let's try and get rid of this Scizor. Psychic's not going to be enough, but it should at least put it into KO range for the next turn. And I think Apollo should be able to hang on in there. Even through a Swords Dance, we do have Reflect up. Salamence Dragon Claw again. Artie can take that, that's not a problem. There's Silver Wind, +2. Hang in there, Apollo. Oh, no. Jeez, that Scizor is really scary. Right then. well, Volta is our best offensive threat here, I think. Since I believe Scizzor's special defense is lower than its physical defense, tends to be the way of steel types. So sending Battle back in wouldn't be the best option. And Artie will play the healer, as Artie often does. Thunderbolt should KO Scizzor this turn. Oh. Well, that's not great. Luckily, we're taking these Dragon Claws without too much trouble. I think Salamance's attack is a lot higher than its special attack, so we're alright in that regard. And that Thunderbolt did tons of damage, nice. Should get it next turn for sure. What do I want Artie to do this turn, though, is the question. Again, I think it's probably just our best bet to keep everybody healed up. I want to make sure that Volta doesn't get knocked out by Scizzor, because I'm pretty sure it's slower. Dragon Dance. Ah, okay, that's quite scary. This guy really does like to set up his Pokemon. Oh, Artie. Our Reflect was still up, right? So that Swords Dance Scizzor just absolutely wrecks things. Alright, let's bring in Battle back. Intimidate will be helpful for at least dealing with Scizzor. And I suppose it counteracts Salamance's Dragon Dance, even though it's only been using Dragon Claw up until now. Nice, okay, we got rid of Scizzor. That is one threat down, but we still have Salamence and Tyranitar to deal with. There it is. Level 55, so it's not quite as high level as the others. There it is, though, the final Shadow Pokémon. Oh, Sandstream. That's not great. Our Reflect is worn off, which is also not great. The Sandstorm, not only is it going to do chip damage, but it's also going to increase Tyranitar's special defense, which is going to make it a little bit harder to chip away at its health. I mean, if I hit it with Battle back, I'm pretty sure I'll Oko it. So it's probably not a good option. And again, I'm not really sure what the value of Battle back is right now. I mean, it's nice to have the Intimidate switch in. We'll just heal him up and see what time we can buy, because his defenses are pretty good. And we'll get the Paralysis off onto Tyranitar. Well, it took an Aerial Ace. Shadow Rush. Who's that going to hit? It hit Volta. Okay. They're spreading the damage. That's fine. That gives us a little bit more time to play with. Okay, you're paralyzed. That's good. The Sandstorm rages. This kind of reminds me of the final gym battle in Sword and Shield, actually. A double battle with a Sandstorm and a terrifying Dragon-type Pokemon. Yeah, it all fits in. Right, Battle back. What do I want you to do? Is the question. We don't really have many good switches right now. So I think we might just have to use his turn to heal up Volta again. And see if we can get rid of the Salamence. We really do need to get rid of the Salamence. Yeah. Alright, Battle back. You made a noble sacrifice. Let's bring in Loki, actually. Loki is in good Pain Split territory right now. If it can get it off, that would be a really good way of lowering the Tyranitar's health. We didn't knock out the Salamence, though. The Salamence is going to outspeed Loki, because it has Dragon Dance up. I think it might have done anyway without Dragon Dance. Hang in there, Loki. Gotta form some kind of strategy here with what I'm doing. Well, we should get rid of Salamence this turn. But I think we're gonna lose Loki in the process, so it makes more sense to me to revive someone else. Artie would be a good bet because he can take a lot of hits, and that's really all that we need right now. Let's try and get rid of this Salamence. Sorry, Loki, you're gonna have to be a sacrifice as well. Oh, Quick Claw. Nice. I didn't even register that at first, but the Quick Claw may have actually saved Loki's life there. Maybe we would have been able to get Pain Split off. But yeah, I figured as much. Tyranitar will take us down with Shadow Rush. Nonetheless, we can now bring in Artie again, and without Scizor on the field, he should be a little bit more permanent, I should imagine. So now we need to work on lowering this Tyranitar's health. I think I made the mistake last time of thinking that Tyranitar was a ground type, so I couldn't paralyze it or use Volta at all, really. But it's not, it's a Rock Dark type. I think that's also why I used Brick Break with Battleback and pretty much OHKO'd it. Because I forgot that it's a Rock Dark type and it has that quad weakness to fighting. That Thunderbolt puts him right where we need him to be though, that's good. Oh, I really wish you wouldn't use Shadow Rush so much though. Do you not have any other moves you could use? I really don't want this thing knocking itself out in recoil. And the Sandstorm keeps raging. It doesn't expire after 5 turns if it was brought about through Sandstream in this generation. They changed that in Gen 5, I think? Alright, well, at least we are now in good snagging territory for this Tyranitar. I think it's better to use Moonlight on Artie's turn and Ultra Ball on Volta's turn, just so that we're not wasting a turn, because there's nothing that Volta can do. Setting up Light Screen doesn't do anything. I don't want to damage it any more than I already have. And it's already paralyzed. Nah, never lucky. Alright, I really do not need this thing knocking itself out in recoil damage. Let's try a Timeable. But luckily, we have a strategy prepared for this. I've alluded to it in the past, and it involves low key. We can actually use Pain Split to heal it up, since its health is lower than Loki's, if we can get Loki onto the field safely. But hopefully this Timeable... yeah, never mind. No, you've really got to stop doing that. That's going to knock out Volta. Okay, well that actually gives us the opportunity to bring in Loki now, and actually heal up this Tyranitar with Pain Split. I'm kind of glad I've gotten the chance to showcase this, because I know I mentioned it before, but I don't think I've ever really used it in this kind of way. I really like Pain Split. It's not a move I've ever used before, using this Misdreavus, and it's really won me over. The combination of Loki and Pain Split, it's really worked out quite nicely. Okay, let's try another Timeable, but if worst comes to worst, we have Pain Split. Come on. 1. Never mind. Alright, here it is. The strategy. Your health bar is mine to play with. Nice paralysis, that's good. So I guess it will be a little bit harder to snag now, because its health is higher, but it removes the risk of it knocking itself out in recoil, I suppose. What we do need to be careful with, though, is keeping Loki's health high, in case we need to heal it again with Pain Split, and also to prevent Loki from being knocked out. So I think it might be a good idea to heal up Loki here. I bought some energy powder, as well as roots, just for that little bit of spot healing, I suppose. Come on. Come with us. We're much nicer than Evis. Yes! We got it! Nice! Ah, that's it! We did it! We snagged Tyranitar. That's the last one on the list. Yes, Evis, even your ultimate Pokemon is mine. There it is. There's the email I was expecting. Let's see. What's with you? From Dash the Athlete? I'm Dash from Fenac. I'm just an ordinary citizen who happens to run around the town's fountain. So what gives you the right to have your Pokemon attack me? You don't deserve any respect as a trainer. Shame on you. I don't remember doing that. Well, it's fortuitous that I came to Fenac. Let's see if we can find this guy. Here you are. Yes, it was me that sent you that email. Why did you attack me? Are you doing this elsewhere too? No. I won't believe anything you have to say. What's going on? Is someone impersonating us or something? That's really weird. I've got nothing to say to you. Well, let's try going to another town and see what happens. See if anything changes or if we get another email. How strange. There we go, there's another email. I wonder what this one's about. List completed from Net. Hi, it's Net. I analysed the Shadow Pokémon list some more and discovered the very last one. The last Shadow Pokémon was Togetic. That completes the analysis of the data ROM you provided. Huh. So there's one more, huh? There is one more Shadow Pokémon for us to snag. As well as this business with, I guess, an impersonator? Well, we're gonna have to find out what that's all about in the next part. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.